Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Good evening. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Alice, Elizabeth. I'm going to just call you Elizabeth. 'Cause I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. So, good evening, prayers. Blessings to you and everyone in chat. Hey, girl, back at you. Back at you. God bless. You are number one in here tonight. Number one. And good evening, PG. Much love. God bless. Hope everyone had an amazing day. Summer's Army always. Absolutely. To everyone in chat that needs them, prayers. And Miss Norway, prayers for her too. Oh, that is beautiful. That's beautiful, Brat Brat. You're number two, girl. Number two. And Beth Ann, you are number three. Hey, she says, hi, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. She's sending you much, much, much love. God bless. That is beautiful, Beth Ann. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Linda, how you doing tonight? You number four, girl. You number four. Hey, Peachy. Hey, hey, hey to you. Good to see you. Ruby Rainmaker, Seeking Truth, Patty. Good to see everybody in here. God bless. We got a full house. It looks like we're getting a full house tonight. Hey, Queen, how you doing, D? There's Caroline. How you doing, sweetie? There's our crazy retired lady, Linda. How you doing, sweetie? Good to see you. Oh, spicy eyes. Hi, wonderful prayer garden. Hey, 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 girl. What's up? How you doing tonight? Good to see everyone in here. Second to none. Good to see you, Australia. Good to see you, Lisa. All right. Spread the love. How you doing, sweetie? Hi, PG. Thanks for coming in tonight. My favorite girl. Oh, girl, you guys, my favorite. Good to see everybody. Yeah, I just wanted to come in. I, you know, I made a, I made a picture today. Beautiful sunflower posted up a picture, and he said, "Could you add Sebastian? Could you add Sebastian into the picture? Um, when you put his name in something, can you please add a picture of him?" So it was some green wave, something green wave. It was a really pretty picture. It didn't have him in it though. So I took the picture and I added him to it. I put him in it. And anyway, surfing the green wave. And it was, a pretty picture. And when I posted up, what Dog the Bounty Hunter had said on Facebook. And somebody, enlightened me because I covered Summer's case, like 99.9% of the time. You guys know that. And Justin, this has been Justin's pet case. And so I don't cover it a whole lot because I know Justin's got it. I know he's got it. And it's important to keep Summer out here, right? Summer out here and some of the other kids as well, and like Elijah Vu, there which has been found. He's been found, you guys. And anyhow, I don't do Sebastian's case a lot. I do get into I definitely keep up with Sebastian's case. I know everything's going on most of the time. But just a few days ago, Dog the Bounty Hunter is supposed to, excuse me, you guys, I got a tickle in my throat. I think my pop went down the wrong way. But anyway, I'm sure that's what it was. Anyway, Dog the Bounty Hunter just a few days ago was supposed to be all up in this case. You know, he's going to be aggressive. He's going to, you know, he can do a lot of things law enforcement can't, as in getting information. And to my understandings, hey, cool gamer, good to see you. To my understandings, he was supposed to be all up in this case. And he, you know, supposed to felt that Sebastian was still out there alive, that it was just like this custody case. And, you know, this is what I was hearing. I mean, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if that's what you were hearing, because that's what I was hearing. That he felt Sebastian's alive, just hidden away somewhere. You know, if dad's going for custody, so if we can't have him, you know, type thing. Which, you know, kind of gave everybody a lot of hope. And I'm like, oh, wow, you know, this is awesome. And it's a good possibility, you know, that Sebastian might get found, you know, with Dog the Bounty Hunter on it. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about, you know, absolutely. And, you know, yeah, Lisa, absolutely. Where are they? That's what we want to know. Where are they? But anyway, yeah, that's what I was, you know, understanding as well. So I was really excited. You know, I was excited. Dog the Bounty Hunter's getting into this, and he's going to, you know, possibly, you know, because bounty hunters are great. Bounty hunters are, I mean, they know their stuff. And I'm thinking, you know, if this child's anywhere, they're going to find him. And then when I made this picture today, somebody hit me up and was like, no, PG, Dog the Bounty Hunter's backing out. I'm like, what? Yeah. That I guess possibly he feels now that, you know, because of the stepdad, he's starting to think it's not, you know, it's not a hideaway custody type thing. And I hear he's backing out. Is that true? I mean, that's why I came out here, because, you know, I don't know. Is that true? Has anybody else heard that? That he's actually backing out now? I don't know. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, sweetie? I don't know. Libby, good to see you. I don't know. I've got no idea. Yeah, I don't have no idea either, Australia. I don't. You know, so I was hoping to find the answer to that. I mean, if it's true, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that he's backing out now because of, I hear he's backing out because of the stepdad, that, you know, because Dog the Bounty Hunter doesn't look for people that's, you know, that's on a lot, that he feels is on the line. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why he isn't looking for Summer. That's why, you know, he didn't get in the Summer Wells case, because, you know, he don't get into those kind of cases. Custody case where the kid might be hidden away somewhere, or, you know, or he thinks that there's an opportunity, you know, to go in and rescue the child, a living child. But he doesn't go, he doesn't, you know, he doesn't get into where it's, you know, into that. I got to see you, Snugs, or whatever your name is, here in the back. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. But if you want to come up, you have to open the camera. Oh, disappeared. Well, I don't know what went down there. Anyway, I don't know. Dog was great back in the day. Dog got a lot of information about Sebastian wrong. It's like he hasn't done any research on his own. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing, Lisa. That is definitely what I'm hearing. Um, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Brat. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost in this one because, like I said, I was under the impression that he's up, that he's in this case now. He's going to be, you know, he's going to be handling it and, and getting, you know, into it. And then all of a sudden, someone enlightens me today that no, he's not. I don't know. That's what I heard. That Lisa, that is what someone said. That's what someone said. That that he was misinformed. That he was totally misinformed on everything. And I guess he's upset and he doesn't feel, he doesn't, due to the stepdad, he's not feeling that this is, what he's been told it was and all of these things. Um, so I don't know. Because, he was out there talking about it and stuff. And, and with news stations was talking with him. And he was, he was really, really willing to be there and get into it. And I don't know. Right. Dog did shows last week introducing their lawyers. And that's sad if he is. I'm hearing he's backing out. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, was Bullhorn Betty arrested again? I don't know. I don't know. I know that I know that Brooks, Crime Lines and Lies, I know that she supposedly went to the hospital today after her live, and they're going to have her there for a couple days, and so I hope people's praying for her, and you know, please, if you don't know, if you didn't know, now you do, and send the prayers up, for her, because that's what we do. Every creators, we don't get along out here. Sometimes we don't, but at the end of the day, we do care about one another, and and we sure miss Brooks if she wasn't there, right? We sure miss her if she wasn't there. So please send the prayers up for her. Let's pray that everything's okay and everything works out well. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it's nothing. Hopefully it's just really nothing, and everything will be good. Right, right. That's I don't know. I appreciate that, Kim. I appreciate it. Absolutely. I appreciate the prayers going up for her. That is really, really kind of you guys to take the time, to send up some prayers for her. Oh, absolutely not, Lisa. Absolutely not. You know, it's rough out here. It's rough out here on these YouTube streets, and every creator's going through a whole lot of different things, right? They're all going through a whole lot of different things, and you know, and even we can't be nice all the time, right? We can't be nice all the time because we got our real lives, and then we got you know um a lot of other things going on. We got work, and we got homes to take care of, children. We got a whole lot going on, and in the real world of things. And then we come out here and we got a lot going on in the virtual world of things also. And, you know, sometimes it can get overwhelming. It can get overwhelming. And, you know, actually it can, you know, it can make us look like we might have, you know, a touch of bipolar, right? That's what that's what it can do. You know, 1 minute we're laughing, the next minute we're, you know, crying, and the next minute we're doing something else. Yeah, it's a roller coaster of emotions. It's a roller coaster of emotions. And you know, and we all know. I mean, we all know that. I mean, even the chat, you guys know how. I mean, you guys know how this out here can make your mood swing left and right, all the time, and it can really be something different. And then you got your real life behind all of that, so it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, that's true, Lisa. That's true. You know, and when I'm going to tell you, anytime a child comes up missing and the people are into construction, they're into construction. Oh, you might not ever find the child. You know, you may not ever find. It may be years, right? Years before the child's found. You know, because like you said, cement has to be broken up, and you know, somebody has to be doing some new construction, you know, where the old construction was done, and then sometimes you know, they find the missing person. But you know, until then, it could be years. It could be years and years. um oh, sorry to hear that, Lisa. I wanted to call dog, but my husband has been in the hospital the past 13 days. We just got home today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. You know, we're going to be praying for you. We're going to be praying for your family too. We're going to be praying for your family too. Justin said another searcher's car. You got messed up, and I guess it got bad messed up. Whoa. Wow. I didn't know that, Brat. And now where's the brownies? I heard that, girl. I heard that. Let's take them down and pass them around. What does I think you meant why, Patty? Candace have a bench for summer. Do anyone? Yeah, some reason, her and Dom Wells and some people got together and put a bench out there for summer, right? That like finalizes it. You know, a bench like that's like a bench like that's like a tombstone. You know, so I guess, you know, that's the closest they could get to the tombstone, without, you know, without people really, you know, kicking up some dust out here. Absolutely. Hey, there's our sweet Norway. I just want to send you much love, my friend. Oh, God bless. I appreciate that, sweetie. I really do. I appreciate your support for Summer's channel. God bless. God bless. I had to put our last cat down Friday. Oh, he was 14. Oh, I bet it did. I bet it did. I'm going to tell you, people's pets are just like their family. Pets are just like your family. Um, you know, I I haven't had a lot of pets since I was a kid. You know, as a child, I watched, you know, a couple of our different pets, um, you know, laying in the yard unalived, and it was really traumatizing to lose your pet. I know how bad it is, and it's just really hard. It's because it's like losing your family, right? You you bath that puppy and you run around with it for years and years and years, right? I mean, it's when you come home, it's waiting by the gate for you to come in, um, and you really get attached. You get attached to them pets, and you know, and when they're no longer there, it's like a big void, right? It's a big void, and I just, I just stopped. You know, I just stopped really, you know, getting pets to hang around. My daughter's got a puppy, but you know, she takes care of it. She takes care of it and everything, not me. So, not that I ain't attached to it. I really like her puppy. I really like her puppy, but you know, I don't know. I keep my distance. I keep my distance, you know. Um, because it hurts too much. It hurts too much, you know, if something happens, it's just overwhelming, you know, to lose your pets like that. Dog was on court TV and he says he is going to look for. Yeah, I've seen that. That's what I'm saying. Just a few days ago, exactly. He was on there saying all of this good stuff. Matter of fact, let me see here. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what he was saying. He was saying celebrity bounty hunter, right? Dog the bounty hunter. Um, believes missing Tennessee teenager Sebastian Rogers is still alive and plans to do whatever it takes to find him. I'm not a real law enforcement officer, he said. I can do a lot of things that law enforcement cannot do. I don't break the law, but I will bend it to its fracturing point. That's what he said. I'm going to hunt these people down. I think the boy is alive. So, you know, that's what I'm talking about. And then today and someone, you know, today someone enlightened me that he's backing out. So I was like, I need to know. You know, this is something this is a I need to know thing, right? Because I was excited. I was excited that, you know, he was going to be doing something. Okay, so you can't find nothing saying he's going to be backing out. Um, yeah, someone told me PG, he has since changed his mind about that on a show I watched the other day. I can't remember right now which one either. Um, he was also wondering why the stepdad was making threats to people searching for Sebastian. Says that is very telling and never has he seen that. So that's what you see. That's what I was told today. I was told today that, you know, he's backing out. So I'm like, what? You know, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, you think it's to distract the Proudfoots as if they can go on? Maybe. That's true. That's true, Lisa. That's good thinking. Yeah. Yeah. It could be a strategy. It could definitely be a strategy, girl. I didn't think about that. I really didn't. Oh, I hope it's not true. I agree, Australia. I hope it is not true. He why didn't he do something about the wells targeting kids? You know, I hear he don't get into cases where, he feels the child is already online. If he feels they're alive and maybe hidden away, uh, he might, he might, you know, tackle and go after that case. But if he feels that, there may not be no hope, in the child, because it's hard to find. It's hard to find a deceased child, right? It could be anywhere. Um, and I don't know. I don't know. I just, I don't know. I came out here. I'm like, is this true? Because, I was really busy today. I was really busy today. I had lots of things I had to take care of. And, and, I was busy yesterday too, but I wasn't, what I'm saying, I wasn't able to, stay on the internet a whole lot. As in watching, watching different creators and searching and stuff like that about Sebastian's case. So, you know, I was, I figured, I was like, you know what, I'll just open a live up because I'm sure my people will know. You know, if this is true. It sounds like it could be a rumor. I don't know. Are you feeling okay? I'm going to tell you, I'm as good as I can be, I guess. Right? I mean, who who really feels okay? Right? Especially, in today's world. I'm going to tell you, every time you turn around, there's some kind of new cold or some kind of new virus or some kind of new something. I mean, you can't get away from it. Yeah, we do need dog on board. Yes, we do. I hope this is none of this is, I hope this is all false. I really do. Because, we know Sebastian's missing for sure, right? And this is the picture. This is the picture that, I made today. This is the picture that someone came under and said, oh, he's backing out. And I was like, whoa, what? Um, you know, I don't know. Oh, Brad, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But when it comes to Sebastian's case, Sebastian seemed to be very social and happy, right? He seemed to have people who liked him, who cared about him. He seemed to be very social and get along with people, as you can see. You know, he didn't seem to, have a hard time making friends or he's very social. He seemed happy. He seemed very happy, in the presence of his mom. Um, you know, they seem really, even the night, this is supposed to be the picture taken the very night he disappears. And Oh, I appreciate that, you guys. And, you know, he looks very happy. He doesn't look like someone would run away. He doesn't look like someone. I know people's moods can swing and change, but at this particular moment, he just seems so happy, so content. Um, he looks happy. This is him at home, and in his surroundings, and he just he seems happy, a very happy boy. And he's even got a picture with Santa Claus, right? He even got a picture with Santa Claus. And before we know it, he just disappears, right? He just disappears. This happy kid supposedly just disappears. No shoes, no coat, no phone, no anything. Just somehow disappears in a pair of sweatpants and a shirt, barefooted, in the middle of the night. Don't make no sense. And it just don't make no sense. And the next thing we know, the parents come out, right? The parents are coming out, talking about him. They're talking about him. And it's sad because it's not good, right? It's sad. They're talking about him, but they're laughing. They're being kind of mean. They talk about how he runs, right? The way he runs, and they talk about how he can't dance, and really bad things. Really bad things. It's like they were talking about him in a way that made me feel they wanted to make us dislike him. They were trying to drag us onto on the same platform they were on, of dislike for Sebastian. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. That was just, just distasteful, if you ask me. And I don't know why his mother and her boyfriend were doing that. But that's the vibe I got. That's the vibe I got from everything. Did he say that? I don't know. I didn't hear him say that. Yeah, that's what they were doing. And these two look much happier. They seem to look much happier with their dog than she does her son, right? She looks a lot happier with that dog and that dude than she did with her son. Um, you know, it just it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Him and her are like you and me, baby, against the world or something. I don't know. And then you've got Seth, right? You got Seth in all of this. And Seth, has been this dad has been out there. He's been out there day one. I gotta hand him that. And he's teamed up with a lot of different people, he's teamed up with. But I can't overly support Seth because Seth wasn't a good dad either. Matter of fact, when Sebastian disappeared, it was Seth's turn to pick him up and have him that weekend. And Dad didn't show up. Dad didn't come by and get him. Dad didn't take him. Seth was really not the best parent either. He wasn't the best parent either. I mean, maybe he sees that now. I don't know. But, I can't get behind parents that, just ain't doing nothing when they need to be doing it. It ain't doing nothing till something like this happens, man. That's too late. That's too late. You got to do things before this happens. And, this guy in back of him, the guy in back of him right there, nobody likes that guy. I don't know why, but nobody likes that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like nobody likes that guy behind him. Everybody says that guy's trouble. I don't have an opinion on the guy because I don't know the guy that well. I do know something's kind of weird. Um, and like I said, Seth's been in a lot of different groups out here. This happens to be another one. And I kind of wonder a little bit about Seth and his groups of people, because the lady there was actually, coached into looking like this. She was coached by the other guy to, for camera purposes, right? For camera purposes, video purposes, and to, you know, put her arm all over Seth and act like she cared. That was really weird. That don't make no sense. That doesn't make no sense. I don't know. It's stagery. It seems like stagery. But you know what? Seth wasn't running off like the other two, right? The other two were running off. Um, you know, and what I find funny is, if Sebastian just disappeared and Katie and them really don't know what happened to him, wouldn't she have stayed home? Wouldn't she have stayed home and sat by the door to see if he came back? I mean, wouldn't she have took time off of work? Wouldn't she have took? I mean, I couldn't have went to work. I'd have had to take a leave. I'd have had to take a leave and stay home 24/7 to see if my son got. I would need to be there. I would need to be there, right? I don't know. I don't know. Um, the real Gemini, uh, you know, I've been watching you tonight. I've been watching you tonight, and I'm going to tell you what, you just got a steel toe boot in the backside. We're not going to go there tonight. That's just disgusting. That's disgusting. You should not be saying stuff like that. That's, not here. You won't be saying that kind of stuff over here. That, that's just not even righteous right there. That's scummy. That's scummy. You got to go somewhere else. Find a channel that wants to talk about that kind of stuff, because this one don't, and we don't tolerate it. But yeah, the other two parents they wasn't staying home. They wasn't staying home. They were, gone, right? They was trying to flee. They was trying to flee everything and doing nothing for two people that feels this young man, you know, truly disappeared out of the blue. They were doing nothing to find him. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. You know, but they came back once in a while. And Seth says that Chris was threatening him, right? Chris was threatening him. And Seth don't look threatened in this picture. It looks more like they're having a conversation, more like, I don't know. You know, I've always learned that um evil people who scheme together, they always act like they can't stand one another once everything comes down to the wire. Even though they're still true friends, right? They'll act like they're enemies. And, kind of like the Bernards and the Wells, the Hills and the Wells. These people, they act like they're enemies with one another when indeed they're not at all, right? They're not at all. And so you got to always beware of stuff like this. Because he didn't look threatened. And, you know, in the mix of everything, right? In the mix of everything with this little boy being missing and all these different groups of people heading out there to try to help and do what they can for Sebastian. It's a lot of drama. A lot of drama started up, right? Whole lot of drama started up in these groups. And you know, that wasn't good. That wasn't good, right? I just really need to be with all of you tonight. You are my family. I really miss you, and especially PG. Oh, Lisa, you are so beautiful. You're a beautiful soul, girl. Um, but yeah, you know, a lot of drama started up, that unnecessary drama, right? I wish creators could, everybody could get along. You know, we need to be helping one another up, not, you know, um, not going at each other sideways. That's not even right. And Bullhorn Betty in the mix of all of this gets put in jail, right? She goes out there and gets put in jail because she really wants this little boy found. She really wants to put the pressure on this family to, you know, to get them talking, to try to get information and to try, you know, try to do whatever she can for Sebastian. I know that she has, you know, all good intentions, but you know, look where it landed her, right? Look where it landed her. And you know, that's not good. That's not good. And in comes Dog the Bounty Hunter. You know, just recently, Dog the Bounty Hunter comes into all of this. And now I'm hearing that he's going out, right? He's going out. And the reason I hear the reasoning of him going out, um, is, you know, is due to this guy. Is due to this guy. And you know, I don't, you know, the one thing I did notice about this guy, the one thing I did notice about this guy, you know, he said he took a lie detector's test, right? He said he did. He said he passed it. He said he passed it. Right there. I am not sure where you get your information about the results of the polygraph, but TBI and the administrators of the test gave results on the spot. That's what he said. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I thought they send you the results, right? I thought they send you the results. Um, maybe they can. Maybe they can give you the results ASAP. I don't think they do. I don't think they do because they usually want to talk it over with, you know, talk it over with investigators and law enforcement. And, you know, they got a team that comes in after the test is done. And, you know, so they let the person know later. Um, I don't know. I don't know. You know, if you're doing a private, you know, if you're doing a private, um, lie detectors test, you know, where it's set up and you're paying to have them done, then you get the results pretty quickly. But when you're called in by law enforcement to do it, you know, then usually you don't know the results right away because, you know, they have to, talk with law, you know, the team that's over the case before they go, because, you know, what I'm trying to say is law enforcement, you know, law enforcement might not want to go off of your lie detector's test. As what I'm saying is, even if you passed it, They might not want to tell you that. This is something they might want to keep to their self and not really give you out the results right away, you know, in order to keep bringing in information. You see what I'm saying? Um, if law enforcement gives the person the results right away, then they're like, if they, by the grace of God, passed, and passed it, but they're guilty, which happens a lot. There's a lot of people that beat the lie detector test. A lot of people beat it. And if they know right away that they beat it, then that's hard for law enforcement to get more information, because then you got the person saying, get off my back, leave me alone. I took your test, I passed it, stay away from me. So I don't think they're going to give that result right away, because that's something law enforcement likes to hold out on for a while, um, and make you kind of sweat and keep asking you questions, because it's a tactic. And I just don't think that they would do that, because that's not the normal standard. But I don't know. As far as I can see, dog is still in the case as of 1 day ago. Yeah, I thought he was. I don't know. I was like, trust me. I was like, when I heard he was backing out, which we don't know. I don't know. He could have today. He could have backed out today. I don't know. I hope he didn't. I hope I find out that, the person was all mixed up and didn't know really what they were talking about. I don't know. Sometimes people know stuff before we do, right? I don't know. I have no idea. But if you take note, the one thing that's really strange about Chris is, you notice how he's kind of looks down, kind of, he looks kind of aggressive, as in, I don't know, like he ain't telling the truth. He's trying to avoid things. He's trying, he doesn't do a lot of eye contact unless it's for show, unless it's for show. Now, when it's for the camera, big show, he'll raise his head and, stage himself for a minute. But for the most part, if you catch him off guard, he's looking like this, right? He's looking like that, like he's hiding something. I don't know what, but he does look shady, like he's hiding something. And this boy's mother, she looked like, I don't know. She looked like, I'm going to tell you, this is my opinion, and this is America. You have the right to have your opinion. In my opinion, something just ain't right about her and him. Something ain't right about this kid just disappearing in the middle of the night out of nowhere. They're on the phone for 3 hours. I don't know. Something shady about all of this. I don't know. Look at him. I'm going to tell you, this guy right here ain't my cup of tea. That's for sure. That is for sure. What she's doing with him, I don't know. You can tell that dude's probably just an a-hole. And the funny thing is, he had scratches. He had scratches all over his arms, right? Sebastian comes up missing. This guy comes home. He gets a call. His work lets him off, right? His work lets him off. He comes home. He isn't even home a whole day. And he's got scratches on his arm. Where the hell did scratches come from? He said that they came from his puppy. But I don't know. I don't know about that one. That right there. That's kind of suspicious, don't you think? Don't you think it's suspicious? that this boy's gone and this guy's got scratches on both arms, on not one, but both arms, all scratched up. I don't know. I don't know. I find that suspicious. And look at it. Look at him. He just like, you know, you could tell there's no grievance. There's no grievance in him, and there's no grievance in her. Matter of fact, he looks aggressive. He looks aggressive there. He looks like, bring it, right? He's got that bring it look. Something ain't right there. He's on the defense. He is definitely on the defense. And you can tell in her face she's on defense too. These two got on the defense. And why are you going to get on a defense when you got a missing son? Why are you going to get all defensive? You should be looking for your kid. There's no reason to be so defensive. I don't know. I don't know about them. Something ain't right. They one time they was a big happy family here, right? Look at this. They beautiful big happy family, right? I don't know, you guys. Look at the little boy. He looks so happy. He looks so happy with them. And this is probably when she was dating. This is probably when she was dating this guy or first got with him, and he was, acting like he liked that kid when he truly didn't, right? He was putting on a show for mom. I don't know. I think that's what it was, but the little boy looked so happy and trusting him, does this, should this dad really be embraced and, over all this going on? I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I ain't got nothing against Seth, but I gotta face the truth. He wasn't a good dad. He wasn't no better of a dad than she was a mom, right? He wasn't no better of a dad than she was a mom. But he is out there. He is out there trying to do something. I'm not sure, I'm not sure of his motive of being out here. I'm not sure what his motive truly is about being out here. I hope it is the son. I hope he's a better dad now than he was then. Right? I really do. But you don't know. You don't know. It's not about them though. It's not about them. It's about this little boy right here. It's about finding him, bringing him home, getting justice for him. And I hope Dog the Bounty Hunter isn't backing out. I hope he stays in all of this, and I truly hope that, I hope Sebastian is alive somewhere. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think he is. I absolutely not. I do not believe that Sebastian is still with us. I just don't. Barefooted, middle of the night, gone. No shoes, no coat, no phone, no anything. No. No scent outside the house, meaning someone would have had to took him out through the garage. And if they took him out through the garage, then, that's a really bad sign. That's a really bad sign if they took him out through the garage. I just don't think he's with us. I don't believe that at all. No. His phone was still there in the house. All of his things. This is a kid that doesn't even run out the trash in his bare feet. He puts shoes on all the time. He's got a ton of shoes right by the door he would have had to go out of. There's no way in hell he went out with no way he went out of there with no shoes. And there's no way he went out of there, period, because the dogs would have picked up his scent. The dogs would have definitely picked his scent up. You know, unless, unless, you know, unless Katie cleaned everything up. Unless Katie was, throwing Pine Sol and Lysols and bleach and every other cleaning fluid you could think of all night long to, wash away a lot of things. Sometimes that can mess up the dog scent, right? The dog comes in, law enforcement might not be able to smell all those cleaning fluids, right? But a dog can, and it'll mess up it, what it was, searching to find. So I don't know. Maybe if they would have kept the dog, not had the dog near in the house or near the house, and just, basically, brought whatever out. But, you can also, take the clothing that someone was wearing and there's dirty clothes, which that's what law enforcement wants. They don't want nothing that's been washed. But, you can take the dirty clothes and, ruin those for scent as well, right? You could ruin them for scent as well by, shaking, some type of, like bath beads, for instance. If you take some bath beads and stick in the shirt and shake them around and, and then turn it over and do the other side, law enforcement ain't going to smell that, but the dogs will, and it'll mess up the scent. And, you just basically pour the bath beads back in the jar they came out of. There's a lot of ways of messing up scent. If you truly want to, without them knowing. Of course, they're going to notice pepper on a shirt, or they're going to notice baby powder or whatever. But you can use bath beads. You could use a lot of other things. And criminal-minded people know this. Criminal-minded people know exactly what they're doing when they're doing it. Yeah, I can't believe that either. Australia, I can't believe it either. I mean, in my opinion, she did. I don't know. Kids like Sebastian, special needs children, they're a lot. They're a lot of work. They're a lot of work for the parents. I've seen parents totally exhausted from taking care of these type of children, that have disabilities. And some parents even, it gets so overwhelming, they decide to turn the child over to the state, right? To turn it over to the state because they just can't deal with it any longer. And it's a lot. And a lot of parents don't have patience. They don't have the patience that it takes. They don't have the patience it takes to raise a regular teenager, a regular child. So I can only imagine, their mental capacity on one that is can be more trouble than the normal teenager. I don't know. I just feel that something went down in that house. For me, I feel something went down in the kitchen. Because that's where his phone was. That's where his phone was at. And that, that makes me feel that that's where everything went down at. I don't know. I heard that, yeah, YT3. I heard that. I heard he was more advanced. He was so happy. He was so full of life and light, and I I think he might have been on the spectrum. I agree with you. I think he might have been on the spectrum. I think that Chris just did not like Sebastian. I think Chris just felt he couldn't have his kid around there, you know, around there with Sebastian's presence. And, you know, and I think Chris is one of them people who wants Katie for himself. He wants Katie for himself. He wants, he wants everything for him. And, and Sebastian needed to go is the kind of thing I felt. And Katie just seemed to, the way she put her son down with that guy about his dancing and this and that and one thing. I mean, after, what I'm trying to say is if my child disappeared, right? If my child like this disappeared, my 15-year-old autistic son disappeared, which I don't have any autistic children, but if I did, and it disappeared, and this guy I'm married to sits there talking about he can't dance and he runs funny and he, and it's like beating my child down in front of me. I'm going to tell you something. I would say turn that camera off. You need to turn this camera off right now. Because his ass needs to get up and his ass needs to be leaving before everything gets real bad here. He needs to go. And I tell him, don't worry about your shit because it's going to all be throughout in the front yard as soon as this interview is over with the news station about my son. But you won't be coming back here. I couldn't have tolerated. I would not have joined in. I wouldn't have joined in and, like she did. And trying to make people dislike my child. I couldn't do that. I didn't understand that part. Every time they came out here, they was, very disrespectful to Sebastian, telling things people, either making fun of him or telling things about his life that, wasn't nobody's business. And they always put it back on him. He's the bad one. Kind of like Dom Wells, right? Like Dom Wells, do you remember when Dom Wells was like, I worry that Summer might not get into heaven? What? I mean, who says that about a 5-year-old child? That's kind of, like he's putting it on her. And he also made another statement that, wanting to be outside was her downfall, right? Like it was her own fault. What happened to her, happened. That's a big red flag. It's a big red flag when you see these people, trying to lay blame upon a child when the child has no blame at all. That's a red flag, right? I don't know. Yeah, they do, Don. They do. They can make your blood boil. I'm not gonna lie about that. Yeah, he did at one point. I believe he did, Ivy. I believe he did. I believe he did say that, yeah, I think he did. That's true. That's true. I don't think, I'm not the judge. I'm not the judge, right? I'm not the judge and I'm not the jury whether Don Wells gets into heaven or not. But I have to agree with you. I have to agree with you, Stephanie. Probably not. I mean, from my point of view and where I'm standing right now, I don't think so. I don't think I don't think he's getting in there. Yeah, he's a wicked man. He's a wicked man. You know, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you guys something. Um, I'm going to be having a members only live. Um, discussing. I'm going to be discussing some things that I don't want to really discuss out here, and you know, because the certain somebody, and it's someone in the Summers Wells case. It has to do with the Summer Wells case. They do watch us, and this particular somebody, I just don't want, So I'm going to have a members only live because I do want to discuss some things, about this particular person. And so I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that probably, I won't be in here tomorrow night. I might make it in tomorrow night. I don't know. I'm going to try, you guys. I'm really going to try. But I won't be in Thursday and I won't be in Friday. Thursday and Friday I won't be in here. So Friday's the 7th, and Thursday I have to take Thursday off. Um, so, but I'll be back. I'll be back Saturday. God willing, I'll be back Saturday, Sunday. But we will be having a members only live in here. After I get back, after Thursday and Friday, we'll be having a member only live coming up. And I just want to let everybody know. I want everybody to know so that I just want to give you all the heads up. A lot of people, PG, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you ahead of time? And I want you guys to know. I want you to know that I'm going to be doing that. So it's just some things I think you have I think you guys would like to know, have a right to know that's going on, and it's important. I'd like to get your guys's insight as well, what you think about everything and so forth and so on. Also, some things really been, a certain person really been getting, it's kind of bothering me, and I think it'd do good, do good to get it out here and talk about it. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know that will be coming up, and it will be coming up Saturday or Sunday. Saturday or Sunday, it'll be coming up. Members only, and it will not surface. It will not surface. Out. This is a live that it's a one and done. It's a one and done. Members only live, a one and done. I just want to put that out there too. I like to keep the information very, just with Summers Army is what I'm saying. Oh, I know, Carrie. I know she was talking about me tonight. And pretty evil too, wasn't she? She was talking about me pretty evil, and saying some really evil things, right? And she lied. She was lying. Lied a mile a minute on PG. I heard it. I did. I did, and I didn't bother to address it when I came out of here. Out here tonight, because I wasn't going. I wasn't going to let her hatred and all of her lies. I think we all know. I think we all know the Day by now, right? I think we all know her. I think we all been here. We all know who the real problem is, who the real liar is, and it ain't PG. Um, you know, so she could sit and she can sit and stew in her own ugliness. That's her hatred and her lying and all of her evilness. And you know, uh, what she doesn't understand is, what she says doesn't, just because it comes out of her mouth doesn't mean it's true. And just because, she can't speak anything into existence, right? She can't speak nothing into existence. No one can do that but God. She thinks she can, but she can't. And she's one of those people that thinks it's, even if it's a lie, if she plants that seed out there, it's going to cause problems, and it's going to, once she plants the seed, it's going to grow, or at least be there. And that's bullshit too. That's the devil's old trick. And God's children know all the devil's old tricks now. You know, um, plant the seed. Plant any seed you want, because people now. At one time, you planted a seed out there, and people didn't know, right? Once it was out there, they didn't know, but now they do. People do know, and they know they see people for what they are. The one thing I could say that we have been able to do out here is take the blinders off of a lot of people. We have took the blinders off of a lot of people out here. We have, this channel's been able to educate a whole lot of folks out here, as to facing the truth, knowing the truth, finding the truth, seeking the truth. And that's been a really good thing. That's been a really good thing, and it's also taught people all the devil's old tricks, and not to be falling for them anymore. Plant your seed. We ain't going to fall for it. We ain't, we're not going to water that shit. It ain't growing at all. It's going to fall, it's going to just fall on bad ground, and go nowhere. And just, you twist and turn our words however you want to. That's what the devil does. And, we're not going to fall for that. And it doesn't matter what you call us, it's what we answer to that counts. And we don't answer to any of that BS that's going on, or coming out of somebody's, septic tank of a mouth. We just don't do it. And, and I'm very proud of this channel. I'm very proud, that God put this channel together for Summer. He put all of us together. And, we have learned a lot of things, and, became so much more educated, about this YouTube world and community, and how horrible it is, and the people who truly are horrible. And, you know, and they just, the Day just happens to be, she just happens to be one of those horrible people. You know, all of you been here from day one. All of you. I haven't really got no one in here that hasn't been here from day one. All of y'all have been with PG, you know, for a long, long time. And all of you, every last one of you are witnesses to, to the day coming up on the panel and talking about how she wasn't trying to start no YouTubing, and she was, she just had a little farm animal channel that she loved doing, and that's what she was going to be doing. And then the next thing we know, she was starting a channel, and we were good with it. We were good with it. And we supported it. We supported it because she said she was going to be for these missing kids, and she seemed like a really kind and nice person, right? She fooled us. She fooled us. She fooled me. Straight up, she fooled me. I liked her. I liked her. I thought she's a good old Southern woman, and was going to fight for these missing kids just like we did, and we supported it. We supported it, and and she started up that channel, and we were in support and everything, and it was, everybody's doing good, and next thing you know, she started coming at us sideways, right? She started coming at us sideways with a bunch of drama, and and she kept coming at us and kept, the first few times, anyone that's been here from day one, you guys know that PG did not address it. I did not address her coming at me sideways the first few times. She just kept doing it until I had to stand my ground over here. Right? And I did. And she didn't like it. She didn't like it. And, she played victim to it. Even though it was all her fault, she played victim. And, she had her sister coming over here causing issues. She had her niece coming over here causing issues. She was coming over here causing issues. Matter of fact, she just came over here not too long ago causing issues, right? And it's just the person she is. That's how she is, who she is. And, and every time it would calm down, and we get back to business, right? We get back to business, covering Summer's case and doing what we was doing. She come at us again, right? And we would try. We do what the Lord tells us, turn the other cheek, right? We turn the other cheek. Next thing we know, well, she was coming at the other side of our face sideways. We had to, to the point we had to handle it, and we did. And that went on. That went on time and time again over the last 3 years. Now, tonight she was talking about that I had all to do with rap, with what Rap and Chillbilly done. Right? No. This channel had nothing to do with what Rap and Chillbilly was doing. Absolutely nothing. Matter of fact, it was a argument between her and her sister, right? It was an argument between her and Jinkies, and Chillbilly went to her house with Jinkies and had gave her one of her daughters some gummy bears, right? Some gummy, not good gummy bears, not little kid gummy bears, but some adult gummy bears. And somehow, something all went wrong. Well, Jinkies and Chillbilly was up there at her house for some cookout or dinner. I don't know what the hell they was doing there, but they was there. And it all went south. And a big raft started up between Daisy and Jinkies, and then that's when Chillbilly got on Day, right? And then Chillbilly pulled in Rap into it somehow. Rap got into it all. And then Chillbilly and Rap went past her house. That didn't have, how did that have anything to do with us? How did any of that have to do with us? Nothing. Nothing. And then she wanted to bring in Pearls, right? She always wants to talk about Pearls. She wants to talk about Justin. And, Justin's a big boy. Justin can take care of himself. He can handle his own. I'm not trying to, take up for Justin or anything. I mean, I would because I love Justin. But what I'm saying is, that's not what I'm doing at all. What I'm doing is just pointing out that, she brought up Pearls too, and tried to accuse a bunch of bad things on him. Me and Pearls didn't do anything. Me and Pearls was victims. We were victims to Day. Matter of fact, Pearls went into her chat. I personally seen him. He went into her chat and he tried to be nice. He even gave her donations, right? I seen him give her donations, and she was so mean to him, so mean. After he give her $10, $20 donations, she would be real violent towards him, real violent, right? Hurt his feelings. He didn't deserve that. And she told him he was going to, where, HE double hockey sticks for being, gay. And, it's not right. It's not right, you guys. Do not judge people off their, preferences. Don't, it's not none of our business. It's not none of our business, who wants to see who. People's love lives ain't none of our business. It's none of her business. And you don't sit there and judge folks like that. That's not right. You don't judge folks because they're, on their religion. You don't judge them on their sex. You don't judge them. You don't judge folks on none of this stuff. Their culture. That's not right. It's not right. That's not our business, and we ain't to judge anyway. God is. God. Jesus told us to love one another as he loved us. Right? Treat people the way you want to be treated. And you want to be loved no matter what you're doing, no matter, what your lifestyle is, or your, what your strong points are, or your weak points. You want people to just love you. You want them to love you for who you are, accept you for who you are, and let you live and, live and learn and straighten out your own life. God gave you that life, and you just want them to, to be there for you, and you be there for them. But let each other learn their own lessons. Let each other grow however they need to grow. And, that's the way it should be. You don't make friends with someone and try to live their life, or you don't make friends with someone and then beat them down and say bad things to them and expect them to put up with that. That isn't friendship. That isn't a friend. That's a foe. That's a foe. That's somebody just wants to, come in and try to control you, and, and make your life a living hell. And, and that's what the Day likes to do. That's, that's what Day likes to do. Right. And, she likes control. If she can't control you, if she saw anybody in her chat somewhere else, she blocked them, deleted them, treated them really, really bad. I mean, not even righteous. She had a lot of good mods, a lot of good people, and she turned on them all. I seen it. She just went mayhem on them, right? So mean, so violent. And, that's who and what she is. And, I don't want nothing to do with anyone like that. And she said over there tonight, yeah, she said over there tonight, and she really lied. She really lied on PG. You know, um, if I had a heart, it might have broke it, right? If I had a heart, it may have broke it. But seeing that PG's made out of steel, ain't got no heart, right? Ain't got no heart, ain't got no brains either. So, I can't think about it, and I can't have a broken heart over it. Too bad, right? That's too bad. That's the price I'll have to pay for not having a heart or a brain. I won't be able to be hurt over anything, her violent ways. But that's true. That's true. She poor Justin. That's terrible. That, Lisa, it's not true. It's not true. But when people come at people violently and they lie on them, it's sad. It's sad, nobody likes people to lie on them. Nobody likes people, saying things that isn't true. And she said somebody called her up wanting to know where PG lives, who PG is. But she ain't the type of person to tell them, right? Well, Chillbilly knew where she lives because he was at her house with her sister. Chillbilly knew exactly where, PG didn't bring rap around Day Day's house. Chillbilly did. Her sister's boyfriend. Right? Don't blame that stuff on PG. Don't blame it on Justin. We had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it, you guys. At all. At all. She's a liar. She also lies about saying she knows who PG is. No, you don't, Daisy. You do not know who I am. You keep trying to say that I'm this Kathy Morrison lady that's in some picture in a mirror. No, I'm sorry, I'm not. I've asked you to leave these innocent people alone more than once. You also said I was Martha. I am not Martha. I do not work in a factory. I do not live, in that area of Tennessee. You don't know where I live, Day Day. You have no idea where I live. You say I live in Ohio. No, I don't. No, I don't. I do not live in Ohio. I did not sell my home. Me and my children worked very hard to get this home. We worked very, very hard. We walked through hell to get the home we have after my husband passed away, and we're not selling it. We're not selling it. No, not today, Miss Daisy. Not next week, not next year. So please stop. You have no idea who I am. You want to call me an old lady because you want me to be an old lady. You're afraid I'm younger than you. You're afraid I'm more beautiful than anything you've ever seen. It wouldn't be hard to be more beautiful, but that's what you're jealous of. And that's why you keep coming at me sideways along with your sister. And you really need to just stop it. I'm not a threat to anyone. I'm not trying to be one either. And I'm not going to put up with you being a threat to me as well. I'm not going to. You do not know who I am. You are a liar. There's no way you would know who I am. I walked right past you. I have been in the store with you and your sister, and you did not know me. So please, just stop. Just stop it. She doesn't know who I am. I can tell you that now. And, you know, I just happened to see them. I was shopping. I was shopping at a store. Matter of fact, I also seen them. Um, I also seen them in another place. I also seen them in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I seen Jinkies, and I believe either one of Day Day's daughters was with her, or her, you know, somebody. There was another girl, another lady with Jinkies, and I seen them. I seen them. I was right there in the midst of them, and they did not know me. They did not know me. You know, I don't want to hear them saying they know who I am, because they don't. Absolutely not. You know, I have ran in the same circle by accident. I have been in a few different places where they were, and they did not know me. And that is, you know, that's the truth. That is the truth. So I don't want to hear them saying, you know, they know who PG is, because they don't. Matter of fact, the one time I had my daughter with me. We were getting ice cream. So, you know, they have no idea who I am. Absolutely not. And, you know, and I'm no threat, right? I'm no threat. I mean, I was there. I didn't even speak to him. You know? Did I look at him? Of course. You can't miss him. But I didn't speak to him. I didn't cause any kind of hell or havoc or anything else. You know, I was there to attend to what I needed to do, you know, my business, get what I needed to get. And I did. And you know, I proceeded on out. They're just liars. They're liars. You know, they do not know who PD is. And I wish they leave innocent people alone. I really do. I wish they leave innocent people alone. You know, they Day, you know, she has put in between her and White Boy, they have put some innocent people through a lot. There has been so many people come up on my panel and say, you know, stop bothering my family. Stop bothering my family. PG, they think I'm you, right? Over at Ziggy's, PG, they think I'm you. There was some lady named Dusty. Matter of fact, she passed away, from what I understand. She passed away wanting to talk to Ziggy or Benny Keys, and neither one would contact her or talk to her. And she was big supporters for them. Big supporter. You know, gave them big money. She gave them big money, you guys. Always giving them big money. And I went up on panel. To prove, you know, that she wasn't me, so she could rest. So she could, you know, she could get some peace and some rest. I went up there. I didn't have to, but I did. And you know, and from there, it went from Dusty to, oh God, I don't know how many victims, even Mother Teresa. Even Mother Teresa's been a victim, right? Of these people saying this is PG. And you know, and I take that as a compliment. You guys. Call me Mother Teresa. I wish I was. You know, I wish I was so good. I don't think I could ever be as good as Mother Teresa. even though I'd like you to be honest. But I know, I know some good Christian women, you know, I may not even be worthy to touch their shoes, you know, some good Christian women. I'm not perfect, man, by far, and I know it. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm more perfect than these people coming at us sideways all the time. I know that. I know I'm nothing like them. Even though I got to stand up against them sometimes, and tell them the way it is. You know, I'm better than they are. I am definitely better than they are. I don't lie. I don't lie. I don't need to lie. Who do you fear so much that you would defy your God, right? That you would defy your God. You know, half the reason I don't open a camera up and show who I am, trust me, I want to. God, do I want to. But the reason I don't is because half the reasons because I know that's what they want and I ain't going to give it to them. And the other half of the reason is because I know these people are violent and ugly and disgusting. And you open that camera up and them haters, the next thing you know, you got child protective services in your house. You got your job being called. You got all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. And I ain't worried about any of them showing up because I'm going to tell you what, I don't think any of them have that much backside. You wouldn't want to show up around me. And that's the truth. That's the truth too. You don't want to show up. You don't want to come looking for PG. Because I'll tell you now, I refuse to be the prey. I'll turn that table. I'll turn that table on you real fast. Trust and believe me. But the point being is, I don't open this camera up because I don't have to. And I'm not going to. Because it ain't about PG. It is about Summer Moon, Utah Wells. It is about Sebastian Rogers. It is about Eli Boo. It is about Michael Vaughn, Little Monkey. It's about people like Quentin Simon. It's about all of these missing children. That's what it's about. It ain't about me, and it ain't about any other creator. It's about these missing kids out here. And nobody needs to see nobody in order to do the homework to help find and bring these kids home and get justice. Seeing me isn't important. As long as I am working and researching and doing everything that needs to be done to help bring these kids home, that's all that counts. And I'm going to tell you, I've been doing a hell of a lot more than these haters that's coming at me sideways has ever done. And that's the truth. So they can keep on keeping on. And if Day Day at some point, gets herself in a lawsuit for attacking and putting out innocent families and putting these families in harm's way, well, that's her problem. That's her problem. I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I'm not even going to care about it anymore. Right? I don't care. On this day today, I don't care who she goes after, who she tries to say is me. what kind of problems she causes these people. Because you know what? It has nothing to do with me whatsoever. This is all her evilness, her ugliness, her way of, doing bad things to good people. And that's going to be her problem. I don't even care anymore. Somebody is going to get fed up with having their family exploited like that. And they're going to file a big lawsuit. They're going to do that. And the judge ain't going to say PG show up. Oh no. The judge is going to say Day Day show up. Because Day Day's the one putting the I got the video. I got the video footage of her trying to say that I was Martha. I got the video footage of her putting up, Mother Teresa's picture trying to say it's PG. I got the video footage of her putting up some Kathy Morrison's son and grandkids and all kinds of stuff on, trying to say it's me and these are my people. Those ain't my people. Those are not my people, right? They're not my people. At one time, she even said that she called some of this family, talking to some of this family. I don't even know this family. What she's going to find is this family saying, you are causing me mental distress. You are causing me to have issues that I wouldn't have if it wasn't for you interfering in my family's life. And they're going to open up a lawsuit. And Billy G, being married to her, might possibly lose everything he has because of Day Day and, and her woolly ways of doing evilness. But that ain't got nothing to do with PG. And I'm tired. I'm tired of I think the only thing I can say, and I haven't said it enough, and I want it to be on record, I will not take this live down tonight. I'm going to keep it up because I want it on record that I am not none of these people that they're trying to say I am. So if they continue to go at these people's families, it has nothing to do with me, nothing to do with PG. They shouldn't even be trying to figure out who I am. Why would they do that? What I'm saying is I got a lawsuit myself by them constantly harassing me and trying to figure out who I am so they could, they ain't doing it because they like me. They're doing it because they want what? They want to find out who I am so they can do sinister things to PG. It's not for the good, it's for the evil. And that allows me to have a lawsuit my own self upon them. I mean, I got all the receipts. I've got all the recordings. I've got all the snapshots. Like tonight, I got all of that chat talking really ugly and bad about me. I got it recorded where Day Day says somebody's calling her up and wanting to do, to hurt me, to violently do something evil to me. Right? Yeah. And she says, oh, she ain't evil enough. That isn't the type of person she is. That is exactly the type of person she is, you guys. Because when she thought I was Martha, she was calling it out, right? She was calling it out. She was showing pictures of that Martha lady, saying it was PG. She also found a picture of some other lady, I don't know, some zoo woman, put her out trying to say it was PG. giving out the lady's name. I think that lady's name was Nancy, or maybe Nancy or something like that. I don't know. But she was giving out that lady and where she worked and everything too. And then she tried to say, I'm this Kathy Morrison lady. And she had this lady's home, right? This lady's home that supposedly was for sale. I don't know. I don't know if it was or it wasn't. But she tried to say it was for sale. And she was saying that, putting out this woman's, like, as I said, her son or grandson or grandchildren or great-grand, I don't know what they all was to the people, but she's putting all this stuff out there. It's just been a nightmare out here. It's been a nightmare out here. So, when she said she isn't that type of person, yeah, she is. She absolutely is, and, I don't know. Maybe she gave out some innocent person's name, and when they end up getting really hurt or something really bad happens to them, she's going to be like, it wasn't her. It wasn't her that caused this innocent person to get hurt, right? But I got all of these people's names. I got their locations. I might should, reach out to them, let them know that if anything happens to any of their family members, I might let Martha know, and this zoo lady know, and this person that's in Ohio know, that if anything happens to their family, well, they got Day to thank for it, right? Because she's the one putting them out here, and they're all innocent people. Just to let them know, in case something does happen, they'll know who to go to. Oh yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something. If I had summer, for one, I already talked to TBI. I talked to Hawkins County's law enforcement. I have even talked to the feds. The feds know who PG is. Trust and believe that. They know who I am. All the law enforcement know who I am. And a lot of other people know who I am too. And no, I do not have summer. And I'm going to tell you what, if I did have summer, law enforcement would know that too. Law enforcement would absolutely know if I had summer, because you know what? If I had summer, I would have turned her over to Child Protective Services, right? Because if I had summer, then that means that I would have to, have her, because Dawn and Candace Wells gave her to me, right? She was in the custody of Grandma and her mother that day. That would mean they'd had to give her to me and then try to report her missing. And the minute that someone asked me to watch their kid for them and then they report it missing, I'm going to call law enforcement. I'm going to say, hey, these people asked me to watch this child and they reported it missing. You need to come get it. You need to ask them what's going on. I don't take people's kids in and let people report them missing. That's crazy. That's insane. I know. I don't have summer. I wish I did. I wish I did. I wish God would have gave her to me instead of the Wells, because then she would have had a beautiful home. She'd have had a beautiful mother. She'd have had someone that truly loved and cared about her. But I'm sure you wish God would have gave her to you too. I know you wish God gave her to you so she would have had a beautiful mom and a beautiful home and a beautiful life with you as well. But you know what? He didn't give a summer to us. He gave summer to some evil people that should have been good to her. They chose not to. That was their choice. They chose not to. And they, in my opinion, they destroyed her. They destroyed her. I'm going to tell you something. Nobody has summer. No one has summer. I don't even think Summer was alive on those milk jugs. I do not believe that Summer was alive on those milk jugs. I think that Don and Candace Wells done something very sinister to their child. I believe that something evil was going on up there at Ben Hill Road. I truly believe that Summer got really sick. I think that the pictures show that Summer was getting really thin and really sick. And I think that something went wrong, that they couldn't take her to a hospital without being put in prison. And I believe that on June the 15th, that was already pre-planned. They went into town. The reason their excuse for being there was Grandma needing to go to an emergency room, which she didn't, but she did. And I believe that they picked up Hunter to do the dirty deed. I believe they went to that swimming hole. And I believe that, you could see on Hunter's face when he turned around and seen that Candace was recording him, his face, he looked at her like, what the F are you doing? What the F are you doing? Right? Oh, look who we got blessed with tonight. Auntie Sherry. I'm bringing you up, Auntie Sherry.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you. I do. I left you a message. Did you get it?
No, I didn't. Where'd you leave a message?
After your last live in the comment section.
Oh, well, I didn't see it. I
You
didn't
didn't
see it.
see it? I
Nope.
told you that I
I
said
do read the comments and try to keep up with everything, but I also keep up with the Facebook. I keep
I'm
up
not on
with the YouTube.
I'm I'm not on Facebook. But
Yeah,
I
well,
left you a comment. May I tell you what it was?
go ahead.
That I said I love you. And I said I tell others that I love you. And basically, I'm telling you, just because we're not exactly alike doesn't mean we can't be friends. And you and I have both said this, both of us. If we ever met each other, the first thing we would do is give each other a big hug. I don't care who you are, where you are. I might tease about you sometimes, but it's out of love because I don't tease people I don't like. You know that. I just wanted to come up here and let you know that, okay? I do love you.
Well, I tell you what, Auntie Sherry, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean it. I'm not up here to do anything except tell you that. Thank you for letting me tell you.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you telling me.
Thank
God
you.
bless. Much love.
God bless you, and I love you.
Wow, that was strange, right? Because she was talking about me really bad just a few days ago. Just a few days ago. She was with Jinx and them talking really bad about PG. I guess it all depends on what day it is. Right? Depends on what day it is. That's what you get out of some people. What day it is. You know, I don't know. I ain't figured it all out yet, you guys. I don't think I'm going to get to live long enough to figure it all out either, right? Because it's going to take millions and millions of years. I'm going to have to, like I said, when I get to heaven, I want to stroll over it. I want to stroll over it with so many different people. I want to stroll over it, especially with Jesus. I want to say, Lord, what was that down there all about? What was that all about? I mean, I know it's all about, proving that I was good enough to get here. But what was all that hate about? You know, why these people like the wind, you don't ever know which way they're gonna blow, right? Why is trust? Why is trust and love and kindness and caring, you know, seem to be something that ain't so solid in so many humans. I don't know. I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions. I think my first one's going to be, was I so bad that I had to come to Earth to prove I could be good? All right. Oh, wow. Right. Right, Karen. I'm telling you. Um, Somebody wants to know what channel that's on, Karen. Yeah, I believe Katie and Chris are bad people too. And I believe the Wells are bad people. I believe that Summer was not with us on that milk jug. I believe all of that stuff was pre planned, premeditated, carried out. And, I think that when Candace came into Ben Hill Road, Hunter plainly stated that Summer was on a pillow. She was the only one wet. She's the only one, they said, well, what is she on a pillow for? He said she was on a pillow beside the door when they went to Walgreens and they went to Sonic and, in the grocery store. And they said, why is she on a pillow? And he said, she's the only one in the car wet. I don't know. She's the only one in the car wet, is what he said. And I played it out here. I played it out. And out of his own words, we thought she got dressed at the swimming hole, right? We thought that they got back to the vehicle and she got new clothes on and all dressed and, put back in the vehicle and, and Hunter got dropped off and then, something happened after they got home, right? After they got home and Candace left out the second time. We assumed she left out, to meet up with somebody that, and basically sold Summer off into human trafficking, is what we were truly believing there for a while. Um, because all signs point that it's definitely premeditated, carried out because of Don, changing up the car and firing his co-worker to blame it on. And 18 days before that, they take a video and then they leave with her and nobody knows where they went, right? Nobody knows where they went. Nobody's talked about it, we don't know where, but 18 days later, she's gone, right? About within like a couple weeks, right? Things got arranged and she disappeared. Um, you know, and one or the other did happen. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which one. It looks to me like there's a very, very good possibility, in my opinion, that she wasn't with us on the milk jugs. And, and Hunter he did look at Candace like, what the hell are you doing when she was filming him? I mean, and it was a lie. I mean, he act like Summer been in that outfit with Chris M. He act like Summer been in that outfit. And then later he, oh no, she's wet on these milk, next to the door. And I don't know how she get on the milk jugs. When we pulled up at my house, I thought did I get out or did Summer get out? He was playing it off. He was playing it off. He knew whether Summer was asleep or unalive or awake when he got out of that vehicle. He knows exactly what state Summer was in when he got out of that vehicle. but yet he's changed it up and he's lied about it. The only place I could think that they could have changed her if she was wet, if she was still wet on a pillow next to the driver's side door, right? Laying on the driver's side door, then the only through Walgreens, through Sonic's, at the grocery store when they get this milk, then the only place she could have been changed was at Allie's, because the video wasn't taken after Grandis and Candace got home. The video was taken before they got home. And the only place they would have stopped between the grocery store and Allie's was at Allie's, right? The only place they could have changed her would have been there. If you take them between that grocery store and Ben Hill Road, Allie's is the only place they stopped. So that's where Summer had to have been cleaned up and redressed. It just makes sense. And then she was taken to Ben Hill Road, and Candace clearly lied about her hands being over. She clearly lied about why the video was taken. She took the video, it seems like, because she wanted law enforcement to believe Summer's still here. Hey, Australia, I'm bringing you up. If you want closed camera, sweetie, you can. You just hit start cam. Oh, you left me. Come back. When you come back, don't open your camera. Okay, don't open your camera. How you doing, sweetie?
I'm good. How are you, PG?
I'm good. I love your accent.
It's wonderful to hear you.
Oh, it's wonderful having you up on panel, sweetie.
I wanted to come up and just let you know how much you mean to all of us.
Hey, I appreciate that. I really do. God bless.
I'm over the other side of the world with Kerry Hall as well, one of our other beautiful mods.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to justify yourself to anybody.
I understand that. Absolutely.
I want you to know that you've got the power behind you. You've got God's love. You've got all of us. Don't let those people get the satisfactory of, running you down. They're not worth spitting on.
I'm not trying to justify. I'm not trying to justify anything because I don't have to. But you know what? I'm trying to educate people. I'm trying to educate people on the fact that, see what these creators think. Here's how they work. If one creator, tries to throw some suspicion on another creator, then they feel that that's going to get a bunch of people, trying to attack and go at the one they're trying to throw some suspicion on. And, and when Ziggy was sitting there trying to convince people that possibility PG's got Summer, she was just wanting people to go at me, try to figure out who I am, because you know what? That's what they all want to know. That's what they all want to know. I mean, she knows PG does not have Summer. She knows that. She personally talked to me behind the scenes. She personally talked with my daughter. My daughter answered the phone when Ziggy called. And Ziggy's asking my daughter about what her name is, how old she is. And my daughter was smart enough to say, I can't answer that. I can't answer that. Because I told my daughter, don't ever tell anyone what your name or your age is. No one. And, no
That's
one.
Right.
That's not their business. If I want
That's
people to
right.
know your name or age, I will let them know. And my daughter told her, I can't answer that. I can't answer that. And, and she's like, here's my mom, because Ziggy was saying, you sound like you're about my daughter's age, which her daughter at the time was 13, I believe, 12 or 13. And, and my daughter don't tell her age. That's not nobody's business. But, you know,
Absolutely.
um, but she knows. I mean, she heard my background. There's a lot of people that call me on Facebook. They hear my background. I don't have no 5, 6, 7, 8 year olds in my house. I don't have nobody that small running around in my house. What I do have in my house is, I got quite a few teenagers and a preteen, but I don't have no little ones. And
I've got a young girl in the background here, yelling out to me to tell you to say hello and that she loves you.
well, you tell her, God bless, and PG said hello to her, and much
Little
love, much
little
love.
Maddie Bella. Her name
Oh,
is.
that is a beautiful name. I love that
Yeah,
name. That is
she's
beautiful.
beautiful. She's
Yeah,
beautiful. She's a little handful, but I love her.
right.
My mum raised me exactly the same as you are. My mum was very Victorian. She told me never to give my identity away, never to
Exactly.
stand, um never to do anything that you don't want to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, um, a few times, don't get me wrong, a few times, I wanted to pop open that camera. I wanted to pop it open and,
Oh, don't
just,
you dare!
give them freaking, here you go. You be notch haters. Uh, didn't expect this, did you? But you know something? No, because I know
No.
that's what they want, and I don't believe in giving haters and ugly evil people what they want. Not at all. And and it's not about who I am anyway. It's about Summer Moon Utah Wells. It's about all of
Oh
these
my,
missing kids.
oh my gosh, she's broken my heart. That little girl.
Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something. These people are jealous. They're jealous because this channel has, really kept Summer in the spotlight. This channel's really, fought for these missing kids. This channel is the only ones that, really do the research and find the truth, seek the truth, bring the truth to the table. This channel's the only one that, does so much for even other missing children as well. We
Well,
call it out.
I love your channel, PG. You're funny, you're sassy, and you're full of love for the kids, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely. You
So
know,
through the live after we've had a sad talk about whatever, and we've all prayed. Then the
absolutely.
jokes come out, and it's hilarious.
I'm going to tell you,
Sometimes I spit water everywhere.
I have a great love for God, and I thank God that He allows me to have a heart big enough to love the whole world, even if they don't love you. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And that's what God put us here for. He put us here to help all the people we can as we pass through this place. And we are just passing through. We are just passing through. This is not
Yeah,
our home.
that's really hard to accept sometimes, that we're just passing through. But
Yeah,
I know you're right.
but as we pass through, it's you know as we pass through this life, it's always, God's way is the best way to live. His way is the best way to live. It's the happiest way to live. When you're doing everything right, when you're doing everything right, and God knows you're doing everything right, when you know you're making God proud of who you are, man, it gives you a sense of peace. I think that's really where peace comes from.
I
I think
totally agree.
yeah,
Yep,
I think it
yep.
comes from doing God's will and knowing that God's good with you and you can
I
be good
held
with
on to
yourself.
I held on to hate for so long after um relationship breakups or when mum died, and then spiraling down on medication, and then not waking up one night and then waking up in the hospital. Yeah, that shook the shit out of me.
Oh, girl, I'm going to
And
tell you something. I'm going
and
to tell you
same for
something.
me.
I know. Um, I know
And then
for
I find your channel not much longer after that, and I've been getting stronger ever since, and I've got a Bible recently and I've been reading it.
amen. There you go, girl. There you go.
So I'm
Absolutely.
on the right path now and I feel great. I feel a lot better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I tell you, that's what this life's about. This life, this whole life here is about showing God that you're good enough to
Yep.
make it through it and get to where He's at. Making all the right choices. It's really hard, and we're not going to always make all the right choices. But you know what? At least we're trying. We're trying. God knows. God, I know God gives an A. I know He gives an A for effort, and um, I don't think we're going to go to hell for trying. And we give it a hell of a try. But God also understands, we're in a human body that we
It's
can't be
just a
perfect.
shell. It's
Right.
just a shell.
Absolutely. And
Once you
actually,
leave your body, you've got no more pain, no more worries. You're in bliss,
that's true. That
in
is true.
heaven. I just hope it's true that your loved ones are on the other side when we get there.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Trust me, they're waiting. They're waiting over there on the other side of the Jordan. And when you get there, I'm a true believer. I'm a true believer that when a good person, one of God's true children pass away, that they take the hand of Jesus Christ, an angel, or one of their loved ones, and leave. You know, there was a little boy um at that that we knew, and he was in the hospital. He was in the hospital, and his he was really sick, and his mother, was staying at the hospital as much as she possibly could, but she had to go home, and told him she'd be back. And waiting. He had told her before she left, Mommy, don't be too long, because the angel came and said they'll be taking me soon.
Oh,
And she went home and she came back. And when she got there, he said, I've been waiting for you. The angel's here to take me home. I've got to
that's
go, but I love
beautiful.
you. Yeah. And he left.
What a beautiful story.
Yeah. Ain't that beautiful? And that's a true story. True story.
Yeah,
Witnesses.
I
There was,
bet. I've seen some old people just before their last breath talking to their husband and their sister and
you
whoever's
know,
around the bed. Next thing I know, they're gone.
right.
So it's definitely true.
Um, I'm going to tell you, if you know, I've seen a lot of people, as sad as it is, I've seen a lot of people, um, actually, actually in that state. And I've seen people, where I come from, it was really bad. And it's not hard to get mixed up in the cesspool of real evilness.
Oh, I know
And
that.
I have seen people, get get on live right in the middle of broad daylight, and you're standing
Oh,
there bent
wow.
over, bent over them, and you're trying to help them, and the only thing they're saying is pray for me, pray for me, and their last few breaths, they're trying so hard to want to go to heaven, to repent. And it is the most saddest case in the world to stand there and and see these kind of things. um you
Never
know
seen that. I've seen a lot of death, but I've never seen anything like that. Being
yeah,
a nurse, that's what I used to do.
it's so hard. It's so hard, and you want to save them, and you're standing there and you're just and I'm going to tell you, I've heard of people being sick, and and I hear people say, you know um oh well, they brought their life to the Lord, and at least they might, they're going to make it into heaven. And I'm going to tell you, I just want to bow my head and I just want to tell God, Lord, I know these people are saved and I know they're going to be coming to heaven, but can't you just give them a little time to spend with you, to know what it's like to love you and spend time with you on this earth? And one man I prayed for, and they said he wasn't going to make it, and he did. He showed up at the church house, and God gave him that time, gave
Oh,
him that
that's
time
wonderful.
to keep moving, and to know what it's like to praise and be with him. And I often think about that man, and I often um thank God, that he answered that prayer. But I'm going to tell you something. That's what we're supposed to be doing out here. And this channel, actually, we worked together and brought a child home. You know, and that was God. God allowed us to do that. God allowed us to put our heads together and to work and do everything we needed to do to get this little girl out of a very bad situation, and bring her home.
I hope
And
she's found soon.
she was,
I hope little Summer's found soon.
I'm going to tell you, I pray and I pray and I pray for Summer, and I tell God, I know that it's, I know everything's on God's time, and I know when
Not
God don't
fair
give
for
us things.
it's not fair that she was born into that awful family.
That's true.
Devil of a father and a devil of a mother.
And I'm going to tell you something. Everything shows that they know exactly what happened to that little girl. Everything shows that Don and Candace know exactly what happened to this baby.
Yeah, I was watching the TV. I was watching little Cleo Smith updates when I learnt about Summer, and as soon as I saw Candace and Don talking about what they did that day, their timeline, oh, knew straight away. Could tell they're evil. Anyway, PG, I'm going to get down now.
Hey, I appreciate you coming up, girl. I really do. I appreciate you coming up and
It's
spending some
lovely
time with
talking to
me.
you again.
Hey, it's great talking to you.
All
Are you
right.
on Facebook?
I am
You're on my
Fiona.
you're on my Facebook?
Yep, under Fiona.
Hey, you need to hit me up. I'd like to talk to you through we can talk through Messenger. I can call you.
Yep.
So um hit me up in there and let me call and talk with you.
Okay. That'd be great.
Hey, I love your accent. I absolutely
All
adore
right.
your
I
accent.
love the American accent better.
I don't
I can't
I
stand
don't.
the Aussie accent. It doesn't sound good at all.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely adore people. You
Really?
know, yeah, I do. I adore people that carry
My daughter,
accents
my daughter and I sound exactly alike.
because
And
we had to lose our heritage. We had to lose that in order to, not be judged, to not be judged back in history, for work and so forth and so on. So we had to lose all of these things. And, it just seems so unfair. And I'm jelly. I'm absolutely jelly that,
really, I
the
love the
people who come
Australian heritage.
the people who come in our country today, they get to keep theirs. They get to keep all of their stuff. And, we weren't able to do that. We were judged very badly, and hard to get work and stuff. So that's why, our parents wanted us to speak like Americans instead of keeping the accents. And that just wasn't right.
Oh, I've never known any other accent. I've tried. I've tried talking French, and that's
Oh
really,
wow.
really hard.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
went to I went to Paris. Funny story before I go. Soon as we got off the plane and hopped in the taxi, the driver looked at Mum and I and started talking French, and I just looked at her and said, "Thank God you're with me." She used to speak it fluently. Gee, they're very rude people. That's all I can say. And the place
Yeah.
stinks.
And Paris, in Paris.
Mm, Paris,
Yeah,
the men pee all over the sidewalks.
I also heard that, like there you have to drink wine because the water's no good. Um, I
Mm-mm.
haven't had the pleasure to be in Paris, and
No, you
I
can't
don't
drink.
want to go now.
Can't drink water. No, you got to pay to use the toilet, and the place stinks. The wine's
Oh,
beautiful. The food's beautiful. Um, but some of the people are very rude.
oh wow. Yeah, yeah. I think we're going to find that no matter where we go in this world, right?
Yeah, but it's a beautiful place.
Wow. Yeah.
All right.
I think I'll keep looking at the pictures.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
That way I won't have to smell it.
Yeah. All right, PG, I love you.
I love you too, girl. God
Okay,
bless.
bye. God
Bye
bless.
bye. I love Australia. She is such a beautiful human being, such a good kindling spirit. Um, yeah, she is, isn't she? She's so blessed, and she is a very good friend. Very good friend. I love her. I absolutely love her. Yes, she is. She is lovely. She says LOL. Yeah. Yeah. I used to dream about Paris. I think I think I'm gonna try to stop dreaming. start dreaming about Disney, right? I want to start dreaming about Disney. I love Disney World. Disney World is fun. It is fun. And it smells good. It smells good. Absolutely. Absolutely, Karen. Um, but yeah, I'm not gonna give the haters, I'm not gonna give the haters what they want. You know, I'm going to do what God wants PG to do. I'm going to continue to cover these children's cases. I'm going to continue to try to get all the information I can, try to get the truth about what happened to these children, right? And try to dig and get the truth to what happened to these kids and bring it to the table, because the truth, the only thing that's going to bring them home, the only thing that's going to get justice, and the only thing that's going to get closure. So we're going to keep sticking with the Lord, and we're going to keep moving forward the way we do. And, the haters can keep hating. They can just keep hating, right? Because that's what they do best. That's what they do best. But, I had my say. I had my say on the other night. They didn't like it. They didn't like it, you guys. They didn't like it. PG won. PG won. And that's just the way it is. We defeated them. We defeated them. They're mad. They're angry because they got defeated. And that's okay. That's okay. We don't care. We don't care. They can keep on keeping on. We don't care. We'll let it build up and build up. We'll let them stay, we'll let them stay mentally disturbed, right? While we keep on doing what we do. And, and then when, we decide that, enough of their mental disturbance is enough, we'll do what we did the other night, right? We'll handle it. We'll take care of it. That's what we do. But until then, we're going to let them stew in their own juices. Trust me. And I think Paris probably smells better than what they're stirring in, right? That's for sure. You don't want to be downwind when one of them walk by. Those haters, man. They walk by, don't be downwind. That's for sure. Right. That's why we try to always stay ahead of them, right? Because we don't want to smell that. We don't want to smell that. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing. But Don and Candace, everything points, everything from day one points to them being guilty as hell. And they can't get themselves cleared. They can't get themselves cleared by law enforcement. They're number one suspects in their missing their daughter's disappearance. And it just is what it is. It is what it is. So, we know who truly had all to do with whatever happened to Summer. And it wasn't PG. It wasn't none of Summer's army out here. We got our eyes on the real culprits. And the haters, they're busy kissing those culprits' backside, right? That's what they're doing. They got freaking brown tongues and their lips like a big suction cup puckered up all the time for number one suspects, because they ain't got what it takes to be for these children. And that's just evil people. That's evil people. They're not about these missing kids. They're all about themselves. And that's a shame. That's a shame. And for, I don't know why they're even out here. I don't know why they're out here. I ask myself, why are they out here? Obviously just to cause hell and havoc, just to make it so, nobody else could be at rest. doing what's righteous for these missing children, you know. So you're always going to have, you're always going to have the devil's advocates. That's all I can say, you know, as we leave out of here tonight. And, but I will call them out. I will educate, I will educate all of Summer's army upon these people. I will educate you as the devil's new tricks, as the devil's new tricks keep coming to light. I will educate you to be aware of them. I'll call them out and let you know, be aware of these new tricks coming. Because the devil has a lot of tricks. A lot. He's been around long time. A lot of tricks up his sleeve. And evil people learn those tricks real quick, right? When they say you can't teach an old dog a new trick, that's not true. Them old dogs learn the devil's tricks, just as fast as the young ones. So Don Wells hasn't missed a new trick yet. Right? He hasn't missed a new trick yet. And he old. That's for sure. Even Andrew Halt's getting real bad on PG. He's getting real bad on PG because PG is calling out what happened at that swimming hole. PG is calling out that law enforcement needs to give Hunter a lie detector test because they didn't ever do it. He's upset that PG's calling out the fact that his son was shaken and later had a meltdown talking about, what am I supposed to do? Just live with it. And him and his girl was just fine. So what was he talking about? People don't like you calling out the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth, especially when it could possibly get someone they're trying to cover up for, put in prison. Come on. I'm just saying, just saying. Yeah, oh yeah, common sense. Absolutely. She has made it clear that she was there for the money. Exactly. She said that was a job. That, she wasn't working and that was her job. And, she expected people to give her money. She expected it. She didn't respect. She expected. And that's just not righteous. That's not righteous. I respect it when people help Summer's channel. I respect it. It is greatly needed and greatly appreciated. But I don't expect anything. I don't expect nothing, at all. But there's a big difference. When people respect what you do for them, well, it's mighty nice to help people who respect it. But when people expect, it's, no, I don't, no. That's a whole new ball game right there. Whole new ball game. I like people who respect. But it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. But this out here, what we do out here, shouldn't be for anything more than what it takes to support the channel. I'm not against creators getting money. I'm not against that because I know that they work so hard, and they need help keeping their channel running. You can't do this for free. You can't do all of this for free. It costs money. And, and I have nothing against the people donating and helping to keep the channel going. But when people feel that, it's a job and you need to be paying them, hourly wages to, you keep their lifestyle up, that's insane. That's insane. You know, that's not right. That's not right. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, I got a lot of people. A lot of people don't like me because they feel that I've hurt their bank accounts out here. You know, that I've kind of shut down. I've kind of shut down. A lot of the money flow that they were all once getting, and I didn't do that. I didn't do that. They did that themselves. They did that themselves by, demanding these people give them money by, calling these people and asking these people to loan them tons of money at a time that they didn't have, they wasn't going to pay back. And that ain't what this world's about. This out here is about missing kids and keeping the channel going, and that's what it's about. I mean, even Benny Keys, said PG. He was upset. You ain't hurting nobody but yourself. I know, Benny, I'm not hurting myself. I'm not hurting myself. I'm not looking to steal a bunch of people's retirement away from them, right? I'm not doing that. Can't do it. Can't do that. That's wrong. You just gotta fold your hands and pray that your channel brings in enough to keep it going. And if it don't, then you pray that God gives you enough, lets you find enough somewhere to pitch in to keep it moving forward. That's why you don't quit your daytime job. Right? Thought Benny be wise enough to know that. But it is what it is, you guys. It is what it is. This channel here has probably made the least out of every channel out there. Out of every channel out there. But this is America. This is America over here. And we have to take a lot of our lives away. When you take it away, you don't get nothing. And usually, I've had times when I had to take 8 out of 10 lives down. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Really bad, really bad. Really, it really hurts. It really hurts, the channel, as in, being able to keep it financially running. It hurts my wallet. That's what it does. It hurts my wallet. But that's okay. That's okay. It's just, it is what it is. And I wouldn't run it any other way. I would not run this channel any other way. I got my beliefs. If you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything, right? That's just the way it is. And I have my beliefs. I have my beliefs that in America, I love America. I think this is one of the most beautiful countries in the whole world. We're all free and we love one another. We love one another. And when times get rough, we know how to pull together. Even if we're fighting every other day, times get rough, we pull it together. Americans know how to pull together when we need to. So, it's a beautiful place to be. Beautiful place to be. And I want to keep all my freedom. I respect all of those who gave their life so I could have it. And I'm going to keep it. And no matter where I am, no matter where I am, I'm going to keep that freedom and my respect for it. So, and I ain't taking it away. I ain't taking it away, so I can have a few extra dollars, to spend. I ain't going to do that. So, it is what it is. Oh, Australia. I appreciate that, girl. You didn't have to do that. God bless. God bless. I truly appreciate it. I really do. I love you, girl. God bless. I appreciate that. There you go. See? The Lord shall provide. He shall provide. And I am very grateful for that, girl. I'm very grateful. It will definitely help. It will definitely help pay StreamYard. It'll go to help pay something to keep this channel going. Trust and believe that. I put what we get back into this channel because that's what I love doing. I love doing. All right, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. I'm going to say good night. God bless. Much love. You know, we'll be back. We'll be back. Remember that I let you guys know we're going to have a members only live. We are going to have a members only live. Sometime, hopefully, sometime this weekend. So, I don't want no one's, a lot of people say, PG, why didn't you tell me? So I want to give you the heads up that is coming. That is coming. And I want to talk about something very important, but I just can't do it out here. I can't do it out here. And I know that. And you'll understand why. You'll understand why when I put the live up and let you guys know this inside information. So, God bless you guys. God bless you guys. So, over, I'm going to try to get in. I'm going to try to get in tomorrow night. And I'm going to try to, I might wait and do the live Sunday, Monday. But I'll try to get in on Saturday. If you want to, if you're going to donate to the channel, the next couple of times I'm in, if you're going to donate to the channel, please, please give it in memberships. Give it in memberships so that others will be able to get in. We'll be able to get into do it in memberships so others can get into the members only live. That's what I'm going to ask, that you guys help one another out to get into the members only live, because you're going to want to hear this. This is something you will want to hear. Trust me. It's some good stuff. It's some good stuff. So definitely you'll want to be there. All right, you guys. God bless. Much love. Good night. Oh, and pray. I almost left out of here without asking to pray for Summer. I don't ever do that. Please, please, please send those prayers up for this little girl from our lips to God's ears. Please continue to pray. Continue to pray for her. If you don't, you don't do nothing else, please pray for this little girl, because I really want her found. You really want her found. Her brothers want her found. So many people around the world want her found. So please send those prayers up for her and just ask God to let us find her soon, very soon. We want her case solved. Please have mercy on us, Lord, and let us find this baby in the name of Jesus. Amen. And pray for one another as well. So many of us are going through so much. And if any of you have anything going on that you feel like you need to talk about or whatever, please don't hesitate to hit me up on Facebook. Don't hesitate to call me through Facebook, and I'm always here. I'm always ready to listen. If you need prayer, hit me up, say, PG, I need some prayer. And I'll be a praying. So definitely, and pray for one another. Because that's what God wants us to do. None of us know what each other need or want, but you know what? God does. And let us pray. Let us pray in the name of Jesus that he answers all of our prayers. Amen. And pray. Don't forget about crime lines and lies. Don't forget about Brooks. Keep the prayers going up for her too. Keep them going up for her. No matter what goes on out here, we truly, at the end of the day, we love one another. Let's hug it out, right? Let's hug it out. Good night, everybody. God bless.